Hello everyone, this is Siddharth. Welcoming you all to 21 Days SQL Challenge and it's day 15. It's by IDC and sponsored by DPT Zero. So coming to next slide. So today we are going to cover day 15 challenge, which is create a comprehensive service analysis report for week 20 showing service name, total patients admitted that week, total patient refused, average patient satisfaction, count of staff assigned to service, and count of staff present that week. And finally, order patient admitted in descending order. So to solve this question, my approach is to divide this question into three parts. After covering three parts, I will join all of them to find out our desired output. So I will going to directly show you how to solve this question line by line. Wait a minute. Looks like too complex, na? Okay. Now let's divide into three parts. I will going to cover this complex query in this three part, and finally you can also write this complex query by your own side. So coming to part one is the comprehensive service analysis report for week 20 showing the service name column, total patients admitted that week, total patient refused, average patient satisfaction. Part 2, count of staff assigned to each service. Remember, this part is no, don't depend upon week number or anything at all. We need how many staffs assigned for each services. That's all. And part 3, we need to show the staff present in week 20 out of those assigned staff. So let's come to the part 1. In part 1, we need output like this, like service column, patient admitted, patient refused, average patient satisfaction. And from service weekly table, with help of service, patient admitted, patient refused, patient satisfaction, and week column, we can easily get this output. And if and please pause this video and try it by yourself. I guess you have tried, and the final query will be like select the service, the sum of patient admitted, sum of patient refused, average of patient satisfaction. Here I use round so that the output can be easily readable up to two decimal. From service weekly, week number 20, and group by service. Coming to part 2, we need how many staffs assigned for each services. In for example, ICU 48, surgery 22, emergency 29, and general medicine 27. Remember, this part is not dependent on week at all. So from staff table, with help of service column and staff ID column, we can get above table at easily. Pause this video again, try it yourself. If you find it this output, kudos to you. So query will be select service, count of staff ID from staff column, group by service, and this output will come. Now from previous query we get this output, and from current this query we get this output. If we left join this one, take this table as a left table, take this one as a right table, and left join on basis of service. Why on basis of service? Because it's unique and also no duplicate at all, and also no null at all. We can easily join it either by left join or inner join. Here I used left join. For the above table, we wrote it down this query. Okay, for the below table we wrote it down this query. So when we do the left joining, generally how we write, select star from table 1, left join table 2 using service. Here I am using not on, but because whenever there is a column name same in two table which we are going to join, we can directly use using instead of on, and that will also give you the same column only once in output. If you use on, it will come twice, and we have to either select one time or as per our requirement we can change that name, but using here is very easy. Try it yourself what is the difference between the using keyword or on keyword, so that you can see it by yourself. So here I'm going to go use using. So for table one, you can see I wrote it down this query. Okay, the table I just replaced the table now with query and replace this table two with query. And table one, I mention after mentioning this in the bracket, as I named this T1 table. So I given alias that is T1 to this query, and I give T2 alias name to this query. And finally, I write like this, what I mentioned before. Select star, so T1 subquery, T2 subquery, and left join them using service. And if you run this query, you will get this output. So from our final output, I already achieved four columns. One final column, that is how many staffs present for that week 20 in each service. So that comes to part 3. In part 3, my first approach was select service, obviously, count of distinct staff ID from staff schedule week 20 and present equal to 1, goodbye service. This will give this output. Okay, but wait a minute. If you see the total staff assigned and total staff present for surgery, it was 22, and here for surgery it was 23. For emergency, it was 29, and here staff present is 37. How come staff more present than assigned? Something fishy, na? So to check this out, let's take only surgery service and find out the staff ID and take the staff ID for surgery service from staff schedule table and staff table. When I ran this two query, I found out that 23 staff ID is coming in staff schedule and 22 staff ID is coming in staff column. Okay, then I want to know which one is the single one, the staff ID, which single staff ID is extra in staff schedule, which is not available in staff ID by left join, so that the one which is extra here, it will come null on this side. Okay, now when I ran this query, I found out there is more. When I ran this query, there is more than one null. It's not only single null. Okay, then I deep dive into it and take a random staff ID from that and check the staff column. Sorry, staff table. There I found out that that staff ID is from general medicine. Wait, staff ID we took from staff schedule, na, and that is from surgery. That means there are some staff who assigned in service but scheduled in different service, maybe because of less staff on that week. So to solve this out, what we can do, we can join staff schedule table and staff table, using inner join, not only on basis of service, but not only on basis of staff ID, but also both of them, so that if the staff ID is coming in staff schedule table and staff table, that staff ID service assigned should be same as in schedule also. Then only we need to count that staff ID into our account, and we have to run this query so that we can get exactly total staff present in that. So previously we have this table, and now final output we have this, and if you left take this one is left table, and take this one is a right table and left join it on basis of service, then the query will look like this. See, the first part is this, the second part where what I explained to you is this, and the third one what I explained is this. And finally, I'm using uh, and finally the order by patients admitted, and it will give you this output. So summary, always try to join table using columns in which at least one column is unique and have no null value. In this one to many or one to one relation we can set. This give more accurate result. If we join three tables and then try to get data as per requirement, then first remember query first execute join for which number of rows will be high. So in this way we can execute query faster because we are already reducing the tables into four rows only. That is for each row representing one service. So when we join them, it won't be higher number of rows. It only run for the four rows only. Next, also as we are doing it part by part, we can cross verify all data. So before leaving one point, this way we learn how to use subquery engines. Now learn about city and try to do this by city and share. Happy learning. Follow me, like and share also.